Hey guys, it's Anne and welcome back to my YouTube channel. A lot has happened since I really sat down and talked to you guys, so I thought it'd be really cool to share my experience in Bali. So if you haven't been there before, it's a completely different realm or a different way of life than America, and it really humbled me, it healed me, and it taught me a lot of lessons. It's really sacred there. It is westernized in a little bit of a way from a lot of the tourism, but I was up in the mountains and a lot of that deep culture is told through nature and the people there. I guess we'll start with the 10 things I learned in Bali. The first one is there's value in traveling. I have known this fact to travel is to open up your mind and to change your perspective and immerse yourself in another culture, but it's also understanding another. The biggest thing is you take your shoes off before entering a space. It shows as a sign of respect. It prevents it being really dirty. They have seating in restaurants, and there's lots of yoga and meditation. I just think Bali is a wonderful place that taught me a lot of lessons. It's environmental friendly, but also I saw the other side of the tourism making it really dirty. So it makes you think about a lot of things and your choices in life, and I was really grateful to be able to travel there. It took 24 hours to get there, and it also took 24 hours to leave. So traveling across the world to Southeast Asia was just a blessing I'm grateful for. It was long. It's so wild. It's so wild that you can just get on a plane and go to these very different places. So yeah, I'm very thankful for that experience. I'm very grateful to travel and to change my perspective. And my second thing that I learned is meditation is important. So while I was in Bali, I should probably say I was there mainly for the first 30 days. The first 35 days for my 300-hour teacher training for yoga. It's just an advanced or refined level of training. The other couple days I was there for leisure. But the meditation part is amazing. So I woke up every day around 6, sometimes around 5, because I was also doing an online class there. Which is wild. If I didn't have a Bali SIM card, it wouldn't have been possible. But anyway, I woke up around 6 and wash my face and brush my teeth, and then I would put on a sweatshirt, unless I wasn't already wearing it, walk on over in silence to the yoga shala, and we would sit in a circle and get set up for meditation and just close down our eyes and just ground ourselves and sit in silence or in a guided meditation. So it was really powerful, and I think that was the tool to truly healing me. There's so many toxic thoughts every day that come into my mind and our heads and minds, and I think it's really powerful to just take a moment to observe those toxic thoughts and say really positive things or draw them away. Once you're done with the meditation, you go in silence most of the days to breakfast, and then you can also journal. And I think journaling is my third tip. So journaling makes one level-headed. That is my third tip. Once you clear the mind of all those toxic thoughts, or maybe you had a meditation where you weren't so lucky and a lot of your story comes into play, I would journal about that. And I had a wild relationship with someone, and that would come into my mind a lot of times. And so I was able to journal about it in a level-headed way, and instead of being really crazy and just being I love him, or I hate him, he did this, it was, it was more this is what I'm feeling and I'm gonna put it on the paper. And so I've run away a lot from writing things down, but it made me feel safe when I was there to be able to put that down. And I would read it and go, whoa, but it needed to be out there. It needed to be acknowledged with loving awareness so that I can heal from it. Wow. My fourth takeaway from Bali is gratitude goes a long way. So a lot of times, I keep saying that, it's like a crutch word or something. Whenever I was there, we would be at a restaurant or, I mean, just around the yogashala with the staff and bowing and saying namaste or thank you so much. Like if we weren't allowed to say anything and we were in silence, like this just means so much. It's also really empowering to bow to someone as equal, like just like thank you for all that you do. And I've taken that with me to America, and it might seem a little weird, but I'm really thankful for whatever that person is doing. And I think it's really humbling and powerful to see that body language as well, not just like thanks, like walking out, just being like thank you and looking them in the eyes, or just really taking a moment to connect with another. It was just magical there, and everyone felt the same, I feel like, because everyone was doing that while I was there. My 5th tip is wherever you go, if you haven't healed yet, it will still be there. So as I told you, I had that breakup on my mind. I mean, it was a long time ago. I mean, it wasn't really even a relationship. It was like a situationship or whatever you could call it. But it was still drawing me down and weighing me down, and I had this negative energy. And so I had this cacao ceremony. I already thought, like, whatever, like, I have dropped him. I have let him go. Like, I don't need this guy. Like, you know, you say this stuff in your head. And then I had this cacao ceremony, and there's this drum, and it's so loud and powerful, and I'm having this experience of running in a forest with my spirit animals, and I let it go. And I was emotional about it, but there's some strings left, you know, like an ACL tear where I might want to go that way, but I know that for the health of my well-being, I have to let that negative energy go. Like coming to Bali, I was like, oh, like I'm just gonna heal myself, it's gonna be great. Like, no, you have to actually work on yourself and heal yourself. You can't just travel to another place and be healed. I kind of acknowledged this as well when I moved to LA for a couple months. I mean, I don't even know if you can really say that, but I did go there thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be new and different. And no, like I was still materialistic. I was still struggling with the same things I was in Georgia. Anyways, so number 6, we are all a lotus. So I love this so much. So lotuses have to go through mud to bloom and be lotuses. So we all have to go through, not all have to, but we all go through really trying times until we can grow and be the beautiful lights that we are. And so I'm just all up in this lotus symbolism of life. Anything that has a lotus, I'm like, oh wow, like great reminder. And there's always obstacles in life. No matter what, our dreams are always going to have obstructions. So we need to just deal with that, acknowledge it, push through them to grow. So I think that's such a beautiful thing. All right, number 7 is construction of society does not have to be embraced. That's so deep. But yeah, so a lot of the talk that we had in yoga philosophy and in just Bali in general was you don't have to be a product of your karmic cycle of suffering. So I know that's like a lot, but like your family may teach you things and you may not agree, but you can understand with loving awareness, I love that saying, and move on from that. And then also like female, I'm also in this other class I was about gender, class, and race, and all of these things that are our identity, the constructions of society telling us what they are, we don't have to embrace them. And being in Bali, you know, like with a lot of yogis, like you don't have to shave your hair all the time, and you don't have to look perfect, and you don't have to wear makeup and stuff. I'm wearing it because I feel good and, you know, whatever, but you don't have to do those things. And Bali just made me realize that, like, you are whole yourself and you don't need anything. You don't need anything to make you whole. Yeah, and I think that's a big lesson in your life. You don't need anything to make you whole. Whether that be clothes or services for your body like eyelashes and nails, or luxury gyms and all these cool things that we like really good food and eating out all the time. Like, you don't need those things to make you whole. Alright, so I'm just thinking, I'm like, wow, I learned a lot. Subtlety can be better. I am a sensation junkie, and in my little spiel of who I was when I came to Bali, I told everyone about my symptoms of being a sensation junkie from my yoga, my gymnastics background, and my cheerleading background, and getting into CrossFit and weightlifting, and then yoga, the level of push yourself to the extreme, because that is what our yoga community has become, unfortunately. We have these crazy, hyper flexible people doing these insane tricks that make people feel inadequate to push to the extreme. So I've realized that subtlety can be very powerful and better than the sensations. So subtlety in just maybe sitting, subtly feeling my body, maybe asking my belly if I'm hungry in the simplest of terms or the simplest of examples, or just in yoga, maybe just adjusting in small ways rather than pushing for something that is stretching my body and not healthy or sustainable. Sustainably taking the time to feel into it. Small touches. It's very powerful. I also learned Thai yoga massage to go in really slow and then go out really slow. So extremes, of touching someone can be harmful too. So just subtleties of everything. I don't know, being impeccable with your words and taking your time. Subtleties to hold the space and sit with someone and really think before you speak and breathe before you speak. Tune in to the subtle vibrations, and you might be better at communicating or reading the situation rather than being on this frazzled level of trying to go all the time. Oh, the next tip is the weight of words and touch are very real. So that's similar, the Thai yoga massage, you're touching another being. It's so powerful. Understand it. In the same sense with physical things, with partners, but also friends and family, hugs, they're powerful. And then also kisses are very powerful. We talked about, after meditation, walk slowly as if your feet are kissing the ground. That is powerful, to make every step like a kiss. It made me analyze in terms of physical connection with people. Every kiss is special. It's not just something to give away. Okay, so the last tip, we are one and we are love. So I was really blessed to be there with all of the people on my yoga journey, and they are just elevated beings, but they're just so full of love and so genuine in themselves. And I learned a lot from each and every one of them. I learned to, I learned to think good thoughts, to say good thoughts, and to have good thought, to have a good heart. There's these little things that they say and that they do that are just really beautiful. It's because they're them and they're connecting on this vibration of them, manifesting all of this good energy for themselves. And that's something that I'm inspired by and I would love to do every day. It really is the meaning of Namaste. I saw so many light there, and I still see light in America, but I would like to bring this light that I'm on, this such like such intense light that I've witnessed and that I have within me, and everyone here has. I want to teach yoga and bring out the self-realization that I was able to bear and able to enjoy. So I'm so thankful for you guys watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my takeaways. If you ever get the chance to go to Bali and to meditate and to do yoga and to do healing work and to get a massage, if you can't go, just do these things, these self-care things for yourself now in whatever capacity, in whatever way. Maybe giving yourself a massage, maybe meditating in your room. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and if you could, please like this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe for more content because I am coming up with so much. I'm really excited for the future. Don't worry, I'm going to balance school and YouTube. So thank you guys so much. Namaste, and I'll see you later.